Tickatus. You all know him, many of you hate him, and for the past 3 months he has seen basically no play. This is all about to change, for I have taken it upon myself to make Tickatus one of the most hated cards in Hearthstone once again. First of all, this deck isn't half bad. In fact, it's only about 45% bad because I only lost about 45% of my games. That being said, only a true master of Tickatus, such as myself, could produce such results. So, if you would like to master the art of burning your opponent's entire deck, then come with me. But before we talk about how to play this deck, we first must ask ourselves, what is Tickatus Warlock? Well, Tickatus is a 6 mana 8/8 that burns 5 cards of your deck. Sounds pretty lame, right? Well, if you corrupt Tickatus by playing a card that is more expensive than him, he gains a new ability. He becomes a 6 mana 8/8 that burns 5 cards of your opponent's deck. So, obviously, we'll need him to be in that form in order to get this combo to work. Then, you just need to play 3 copies of him in his final form, burn 15 cards of your opponent's deck, and if that doesn't kill him, 3 freaking 8/8s on the board will do just fine. But you're probably wondering, Ecor, Quest Mage, Aggro Druid, Face Hunter, they all kill me in like 7 turns. How am I ever going to corrupt Tickatus and play him 3 times? Well, Bartholomew, I am glad you asked. That is where cards 2 and 3 of the combo come into play. Card 2. Dark Portal allows you to draw a minion from your deck and decrease its cost by 5 if you have 8 cards in your hand. Luckily for us, Tickatus is the only minion in the deck, so we will draw him every single time. Now, I'm no math expert, but I'm pretty sure 6 mana minus 5 makes him a 1-cost card, which makes him pretty easy to corrupt. Card 3 is Philosophy. It's a card that allows you to copy your lowest cost demon, and again, Tickatus is the only demon in your deck. So put that together and you are able to make 3 copies of a 1-cost Tickatus and play all of them around turn 6. Which will make your opponent do something like this. Now you're probably wondering, how do I even survive long enough to get this combo? Well, Clementine, that too is a good question. Much like Big Warrior, other than Tickatus and the other combo pieces, the entire rest of the deck is removal. This is because Tickatus is your only win condition. Well, okay, fine, maybe this deck has 2 win conditions. Despite this seemingly foolproof game plan, there are a few bad matchups for you. The first bad matchups are Garrote Rogue and Quest Demon Hunter, and I played against these decks a lot, and jokes aside, I think these are your worst matchups. The only way I was able to beat them was when I played 2 early Dark Packs, turn 4 and 5, got Giant Demons on the board, and maybe you're going to be able to kill them before they get their combo off. Second is aggro decks, specifically Shaman and Hunter, because these decks have a lot of minions and a lot of direct damage. These matchups are usually decided in the Mulligan, but just so you know, what you want to look for into these matchups are Drain Souls, Soul Shear, School Spirits, Unstable Fellbolt, Touch of Nathrazim, and into Druid to kill Oracle of Elune, Unstable Shadow Blast. Surprisingly enough, aggro decks without direct damage are a lot easier. I'm 5-0 against Druid, 3-2 against Paladin, and 3-1 against Pirate Warrior. But Ecor, how is the Quest Mage matchup? In all seriousness, I went 3-3 against Quest Mage. I don't play minions so they can't finish their quest, but they don't play minions either so you can't play cards or heal. It's kind of a draw and pass until someone starts popping off. Do not play minions into this matchup like Dark Pact or Demon Companion, because if you do, it gives them targets so that they can finish their quest quicker. You want to stall them out as long as possible. So, with all the basics out of the way, let's talk about how to actually play this deck. And if you enjoy the content, feel free to check out the actual gameplay footage of this deck in the video description and or the iCard above. So first, you got the Mulligans, which have 2 basic strategies. First, we have aggro matchups. Touch of the Nathrazim, Unstable Fellbolt, Drain Soul, Soul Shear, Backfire, and School Spirits. These cards are all cheap, efficient removal that also heal you. If you have at least 1 removal in your hand, you can also keep Dark Portal, but if not, you have to get rid of it to look for removal because you can't play it when you're dead. Also, Tickatus is not your main win condition into this matchup. It's actually waiting out your opponent to run out of steam and then eventually playing Tickatus as the final nail in the coffin. Comboing control decks. Philosophy, Dark Portal, Backfire, Sphere of Sapience, Dark Alley Pact, and Demonic Studies. Into most combo matchups, removal is basically useless, so what is even the point? Just hard search for win condition cards or cards that help you draw your win conditions faster, then just pray you combo before them. The game plan of this deck is pretty basic. You just want to control the board, play your early Dark Pact or Tickatus combo, and then win the game. But to make this deck easier, let's give you guys a few tips and tricks to have this all run smoother. Tip 1. Turn 2. If you have the coin, life tap if you have the Dark Portal. You might be tempted to coin Backfire, but don't if you have Dark Portal in your hand. If you life tap turn 2, on turn 3, you can coin out Dark Portal because it'll still be activated. You don't want to coin Backfire because you'll draw more total cards and you could draw Tickatus, and if you do, your combo is ruined. However, if you don't have Backfire and Dark Portal in your hand on turn 2, just life tap or do whatever you do normally, control the board into aggro, life tap into control decks, etc. Tip 2. Demonic Assault can go face. A lot of my viewers didn't know this, so I'm just putting this in the video. It was actually a way I finished off one of my opponents and everybody in the chat was like, what? That doesn't have to target a minion? Tip 3. Demonic Studies has 3 main targets. 1. If you draw Tickatus normally for 6 mana, use Demonic Studies to find a large minion to corrupt Tickatus. 2. Into aggro, use Demonic Studies to find Moarg Artificer to make your removal more effective, or if you can't find that, try to find a taunt. And 3. Late game, use Demonic Studies to find Envoy Rustwix because it helps you in fatigue and it makes your second Dark Portal have a target. Tip 4. Into control, use cards like School Spirits and Soul Rend on nothing, just to get them out of your hand to make space for new cards, because if you don't, you will overdraw. Tip 5. Into Mage, hold Tickatus until one of these 2 requirements are met. 1. You can burn the entire rest of their deck, or B. They've used an Ignite so you know at least 1 Ignite is in their deck. Tip 7. Usually you only need 1 Philosophy. Burning 10 cards is plenty enough to make your opponent rage. So, don't hold on to the combo for a super long time hoping for the 3rd Philosophy, just play it. Sometimes you will draw Tickatus before you draw the Dark Portal. Well, don't fret little ones, I have 2 backup plans for you. Up until now, you probably didn't even notice Twisting Nether was in this deck. Well, Twisting Nether is the only card in this deck that is more expensive than Tickatus in his normal form. So backup plan 1 is playing Twisting Nether to corrupt Tickatus, and buying you enough time to play Tickatus the following turn. The second backup plan is to use Demonic Studies to generate a demon that is even bigger than Tickatus, as I've already said. It's actually more common than you think. Look at all these giant demons. Overall, this deck is better than I expected, but definitely shouldn't be the one you use for climbing. Also, expect to draw Tickatus in about 30% of your games, because even with Mulligans and Sphere of Sapience, every now and then you will get unlucky. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Bye.